Hi everyone, welcome back to Fenton Forest. So I finished cutting and raking up all the grass around field 1. So the next job will be to collect it into our loading wagon and start making some silage. So we'll take the rake over and put it away and grab our loading wagon. I think I'll continue to use the Fenton for this job, because that loading wagon needs a decent amount of power, and also I would like to use the heaviest vehicle I have for making silage. That way it'll be easier to, or hopefully it'll be quicker to compact it once we get the bunker loaded up with all the grass we've got. Okay. And the loading wagon is over here. And hopefully we'll be able to get at least 2 or 3 loads out of it. I think it'll need a wash this time too. Alright, now I think my pattern started over here. Alright, so I'll start here. Yeah, it's filling up pretty quickly. I think we're going to get a lot of grass. Like I said, if we get 100,000 or so, then we'll be able to make a lot of mixed ration with that. In fact, if we think about it mathematically, I think you need about, let's see, I think you can add up to 25% straw, or maybe it's 20%. Let's say it's 25%, and then, you know, about half of the remaining 30% can be silage, or half of the remaining 70%, 75%. So that means that 37.5% is silage, which is a little more than a third. So with 100,000 liters of silage, you should be able to make about 300,000 liters of TMR, more or less. And with the number of cows that we've got, that'll last a very long time. So maybe we'll even sell some of the silage at the BGA. That'll be good for some extra money. Okay, and that's pretty much a full load. Actually, there's quite a lot of grass over here on this side. Maybe I should mow that next time. Okay, so the silage is over by the cows, I believe. Yeah, here we are. So we'll fill this one here. And what I like to do is I like to set my cruise control for, let's say, 5 kph. Okay, I'm not getting the automatic unload. Let's see, unload here. So I guess I have to force the unload. Alright, which is both buttons and then Y. Alright, so let's start this again. There we go. And that way it spreads itself out nice and evenly. You just want to make sure you go slow enough that you unload before you get to the end. Okay. Let's go get some more. And I'm going to take a shortcut through the trees. Hope you guys don't mind. Okay. So let's keep working over here on this side. And again, I'm going to try not to leave any bits behind, but if I do leave a few, I'm not going to stress about it too much, because we'll probably be back in a few days to cut more grass anyway. Because I think whenever the grass is fully grown and we don't need any hay or silage for the animals, or grass for the sheep, then I think it'd probably be a good idea to just to continue making silage to be sold at the BGA. And I think on this next load, we should check and see what the sheep have got. We might want to top off the sheep with grass. They probably don't need any more than a couple thousand liters. Oh, yeah, I set it on cruise control, but it's very slow. So I'll just drive it manually, I guess. Okay, so we should get close to a full load, perhaps a little more than a full load over here on this side, and that means that we'll probably get another one or two on the other side, or on the other end of the field, I mean, since there's a lot more grass up there than there was here. Okay, and we're full. Let's go dump this load. Okay, and this time I'm going to line up on the other end, whoops, or the other edge of the silo. And then we'll do one down the middle. Okay, so cruise on and unload. I'm not sure what the capacity of this bunker is, but it's certainly way more than we need right now. Okay. There's load number 2. Getting the shortcut through the trees. And let's finish up this bit here. And then we'll go down to the other end. There we go. Hope you all have had a very nice week, nice weekend. We've had some pretty good weather, so that's been a nice change of pace, at least where I live. I love the way these fields look when the canola is blossoming like this. Now, for those of you who watch my Factorio series as well, I'm going to be probably starting a new series with version 17 in the next week or two. The developers have said that the new version is going to be out sometime the week of the 25th, which is about a week and a half from now. I will continue doing both series. But I would say that for at least for a little while, the Factorio series will probably be the first priority. But I expect to still be able to get at least 3 or 4 a week on the Farm Simulator series. You know, and probably more than what I've actually been putting out the last couple of weeks. I've just been kind of busy with other stuff and haven't had a lot of time to play and make the videos recently, but hopefully I'll be able to get back into the swing of things soon. I do expect to have a business trip in the next couple of weeks where I'll be out for a few days. So that might mean a little bit of break in the publishing schedule, but it's only for a couple days. So hopefully you won't even notice it. Okay, we're almost full with the third load, and then we've probably got at least one more after that. And then once we've got this done, I think there's not going to be much to do besides just waiting for the crops to grow. So if that's the case, we'll just start fast forwarding the clock. Okay, we'll need to fertilize. We'll need to fertilize field 2. We still have that left to do once it starts to grow a bit. Oh, let's check on our sheep. See how much food they've got. Yeah, they're fine. I'm not going to bother. They've got 4,700 liters and they're practically full, so... I suppose at some point we should consider buying more animals. But for now, I'm happy to wait until we can get another field, at least one other field. Okay, so this time we'll drive it down the middle. Fill in this gap in between. Okay. And we're almost done. I'll stop and pick up some of this stuff. And then we've got a little bit right here, which I can grab. I just drove over some of my crop. All right. Hopefully I'll be able to get all the rest of this in one trip. I really like this tractor. In fact, I like all the Fenton. Unfortunately, they're pretty much the most expensive tractor in the game in terms of dollar per horsepower. But they are pretty cool. I think maybe the next series I do, it'll be a Fenton. We'll try to do like an all Fenton operation. Because the Fentons cover a pretty good range. You know, small, medium, and large machines. Whoops. Yeah, it's that cruise control again. So you can do pretty much anything you need to do with one Fenton or another that's in the game. Although I guess you could say the same of all the big brands, at least. You know, Case, New Holland, Fenton, even Valtra. All have a pretty good range inside the game. Okay, so this is going to be about it. We'll drive down this side. Okay, so we'll put this in there, and then we'll just need to drive back and forth across it until it gets fully compacted. And then we'll cover it, and then we just have to wait for it to ferment and turn into silage. And as Tom Petty says, the waiting is the hardest part. At least I think it was Tom Petty. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the help screen so that we can see our compacting level. We're at 22% right now. I'll just drive slowly here, and then we'll unload this last little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to unhook the wagon over here, because I think this will be easier to do without the wagon attached. All right. Let's check to the shop real quick, because I think there's actually... I think there's a silage roller that I might have loaded here. Where would I find it? Levelers, maybe? Yeah, we've got that one. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's what I want. Maybe I don't have it. And I don't know if that goes on the front or on the back. It looks like it probably goes on the front. Maybe it does go on the back. Well, let's try it. And I could always get a larger weight too, but let's try to put that one on the back with our weight on the front. Or maybe vice versa. Nope. There we go. Reset. Yes. Because the other option would be to put that on... It seems like it makes more sense for that to be on the front, doesn't it? Alright, so let's see what kind of big weight we can get on the back. I think I've got some big weights that are meant to be on the back of the machine. Yeah, like these. That's only 1450. That's not very heavy. Okay. Yeah, I've got this 2500 kilogram weight. So let's get one of those too. All right. So we'll put the leveler on the front and we'll put the weight on the back. All right, let's do it the other way. I'll put the weight on the back, or I'll put the leveler on the back and the weight on the front. It just, the size of that thing makes me think that it wants to be on... Oh, no, it does need to go on the front. Because if it went on the back, then it ought to be turned the other way. Okay, and if anybody knows if I'm doing this the wrong way, please tell me, so I don't look foolish. Okay. And I think there might be a mod with a bigger weight out there. I'll have to take a look. And do I have wheel weights? Yes, I do. Alright, so I think we're about as heavy as we can get here. Alright, so let's unfold this. And cripes, is it just me or did that pile grow? Alright, and then I assume that we lower this and then start driving. Say hello to Cooper, everyone. He usually hangs out here in the room with me when I'm recording. And normally we don't even know he's here. He's a little terrier mix. He's a very good boy. He weighs about 8 pounds. So he's a little skinny guy. But actually, I'm thinking about getting a German Shepherd. Because I think they're beautiful dogs. I like the fact that you can train him to do so many things. I've always been interested in German Shepherds, but I've never had one. Okay, so we are now at 100% compaction. So let's lift that and fold it. And now I should be able to cover it. There we go. And I am stuck. I can't move. Alright, fortunately I still have my teleportation belt. Alright. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait for this to ferment and then we can uncover it and start to make stuff with it. Alright, and you can kind of see from that dirt mod how the dirt's got kind of a green tint to it from the grass. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go put this stuff away. Do I have a shed close to here? Not really. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll just leave this stuff over here. So we'll lower that and detach. I suppose it might get in the way when I need to sell milk, but we'll lower that and detach. There we go. Let's put our wagon away. I think the wagon's going to need a bit of a wash, as does my tractor. So we'll go do that. Okay. I haven't made silage yet in 19, so I'm not sure how long it takes. But I think it's less than 24 hours. Where am I going? Yeah, the workshop's over here. Alright, so I'll back the wagon into the workshop so that we can Give it a repair while we're over here. That should be a good spot for it. Okay, great. And then we'll wash it off. Get those last stubborn little spots off. There we go. And then we'll clean off the tractor as well. Okay. Great. Well, I think that is going to do it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.